One of the main things that I hear people complain about as a shuffle dancer all the time, something they are always striving to get better at, is their speed. Shufflers want to dance to their favorite music. That is the bottom line, right? Maybe you like tech house, maybe you like techno, maybe you like trance. Any of these genres have a little bit of a faster BPM. And what I notice is that so many people strive to dance faster, 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 but they lose a lot of things in the process of that, basically. So today we're going to talk about why dancing at faster speeds or speeds that are too fast for you actually hurts your progress and why it is not contributing to your shuffle goals. So many people will put on a fast track and a few things will happen. This is what I usually see. Number one, they will either not be dancing on beat. This one is so important because shuffling, dancing is literally your body becoming the physical embodiment of the music that you are hearing. That means that shuffling on beat, not 5 beats slower, not you dancing to some imaginary track in your head while something else is happening in the background, you are supposed to be the embodiment of what you are hearing. And that is when you get into flow state, number one, but that is when shuffling actually makes sense. So that's the first thing that I see. The second thing that I see is maybe you can dance on beat, maybe you can dance at that speed, but it's too high in your speed threshold. The reason I know that it's too high in your personal speed threshold is because things start falling apart. The technique might start falling apart. The foundations might become sloppy. There might be like missed steps here and there, which is not really the same as dancing off beat entirely, but you can miss beats within it. And it just ends up looking kind of chaotic, okay? Now, this is actually to motivate you to learn the things that you need to learn in order to dance faster, because we can all learn to dance faster, right? At one point, maybe 120 BPM was too fast for me, and now I can dance pretty comfortably at like 150 BPM, right? I keep things smaller, I'm modifying my movements, but things aren't flailing everywhere and out of control. But that took time and that took practice and patience to get my body there slowly but surely. This is the truth. When you are trying to get really, really fast, but you're skipping the steps along the way, it's what I call sloppy speed. And sloppy speed is killing your progress. You're sacrificing the clean technique. You're sacrificing the efficiency and the muscle control that you need to be using to even dance that fast in the first place, just to try to like keep up. Okay. This is so important because you actually need to, you know, the saying that's like slow down to speed up kind of thing. You need to dial it back a little bit to refine your technique where you're at, and then like the next step in order to get to the level that you want to be with your speed as a shuffler, okay? I have something that I call the precision principle. It is so important to be precise. Precision is not just about being the cleanest, the sharpest, whatever. You know, I used to strive for that in my dance, and I used to strive to like have the cleanest technique ever, and it actually kind of limited me creatively. So I'm not saying that that has to be the be all end all, but that is the foundation. You can't be creative on top of a sloppy foundation. And if you listen to this podcast or you're on my YouTube channel, you already know how I feel about that, right? But when you rush, your body actually starts to develop bad habits and like unnecessary things happening in your flow that get stuck in your muscle memory. And then it's very hard to course correct later. So not only is it hard to course correct later when you drill something into your muscle memory that's incorrect, it looks messy and we all know it. And it also burns too much energy. So it's not just that the song is really fast and you're trying to rush to keep up with it, but you're also, as I said, not being efficient. So it's kind of like this big cascading issue, right? The solution is to dial it back to slower music. Now, I'm not saying you have to dance at super slow tempos, but you need to figure out what tempo is good for you. I have a BPM like finder training in all of my courses that I help students with, and it's really, really helpful. And like, you need to give your body the time to move between the beats. Your running man is your running man, right? There's different ways that you can do it, but for the most part, consists of 2 major stances, and we have to alternate between them: our open position, aka triangle, our perch position, aka flamingo, and so on and so forth. Well, if the song is going this fast, then your running man has to go that fast, which means you have to get both of those pieces in efficiently at that speed. But if the song is going this fast, I'm realizing that some people might listen to this without video. So I'm just drawing like slow circles with my hand before I was drawing like very speedy, crazy circles. So if you're just going like boom, 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 right? There's actually space and time between each of those beats to work on your technique of whatever move or combo or concept or freestyle that you are doing, okay? This is so important, and you need the discipline to be able to focus on being okay with the fact that your music may not be perfect right now, but it's going to get you to the music that you want to dance to. Another cool tip that I also like to share is like, if you're someone who does listen to like really fast genres, you can also dance at half tempo. And what that looks like is instead of dancing on every single beat, 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that's very fast. You can dance on every other beat. So maybe you dance on 2, 4, 6, 8. So this could be like 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So you're dancing on every other beat, which is actually giving you more time between the beats, and you're still dancing on beat with the song. That's a really cool trick that I like to use. Another trick that I'll give you actually while we're here, right here on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can actually slow down the tempo of a song. So you can like change the playback speed of the video. You just go to the little gear icon, click that. Normally it's at, 1 speed. You can drop it down to 90% speed or 85% speed, whatever feels good. That way you can still dance to the tracks that you love, but you're actually bringing it down to a tempo that feels comfortable, okay? It is so important to have the discipline as a dancer to know when the speed that you're dancing to is just too fast, because not only is it too fast in the moment, but it's going to create those bad habits, like I said, that you're going to need to correct later on. I would say 90% of my one-to-one students that I have right now with shuffling are all experienced dancers who ended up in really bad habits at the beginning of their journey, very similar to me, and are now coming to course correct. And let me tell you, it is way harder to course correct than it is to just do it right the first time. Okay, so no matter where you're at right now, I can almost guarantee that speed is something that you want to look at and make sure that you are taking the most effective steps possible, okay? When you do this and when you stop working towards sloppy speed, you are going to have every move be more powerful, more strategic. It's going to be based off of clean, efficient mechanics, not just like frantically rushing, right? Like we've all seen when shuffling or just dancing in general looks chaotic versus when it looks like really grounded and really intentional. We need to stop rushing towards sloppiness, and we need to slow down and just build a foundation that lasts and that is really, really good. This is what I teach inside of my Footwork Blueprint. It is a fundamentals-based course for people who are either a complete beginner who want to learn everything the right way the first time, or if you are a more experienced dancer, like I was talking about before, and you're just like, I definitely feel like I rush through things. I'm hitting plateaus. I'm not exactly where I want to be. This is the course to help you go back to the basics efficiently and be able to really course correct in a great way so that you can actually build upon it and break through that plateau a little bit quicker. And it's based entirely on this precision principle that I was talking about before. It's going to break down all of the fundamentals into really intentional and efficient mechanics. As I said, you are going to like master the moves at a controlled tempo first, but then you're going to also learn how to pick it up a notch, how to increase that speed, and you're going to have the efficiency, and you're going to do it the right way from the jump to be precise even as you move to those faster speeds. All right. Don't be rushing towards sloppy speed. Give yourself the opportunity to dial it back. That is what you need as a dancer. This is probably a hard truth that you're hearing today. No one ever likes it when I tell them this, but it is so important. And I have literally seen it change lives and change dancers, myself included. I'll leave the link to the Footwork Blueprint inside of the show notes, inside of the caption. I hope that this helps. Work on that speed, make a playlist that's a little slower that still feels like it fills your soul up, and watch your progress change.